Have you ever had one of them days? Well, I had one the other day. As you can see, the selector rod here decided to break. When I was over in the pasture in a soft spot in reverse, it hung up in reverse for some reason. This selector rod here, or stick shift, whatever you want to call it, is what you use to go into reverse or high speed or low speed range. And this, I was backing up to load my hog trap up. And I was trying to get this in neutral, and it flopped down into reverse, and I was thinking, well, I'll get it when I load this hog trap up. And I just left it in reverse and killed the tractor. Well, when I got the hog trap loaded and went to put it in neutral, I still couldn't get it in neutral. It was hung up. I was on a downhill incline, and it was so muddy, I didn't want to try to back up any further. So guess what? The tractor won't start with that in reverse. It has to be in neutral to start. So there I was. I stuck way over there in the pasture. Couldn't get that thing out of gear. And I monkeyed with it, and I finally pulled this top plate cover off, thinking, well, if I can pull this shaft out, maybe I can see down inside there and see if something's in a bind. Well, not having instructions, I'm trying to pull this thing up. I took the little snap ring off and the bushing. It's got a little bushing that goes in there, and a little snap ring that holds it down. And it rests on top of this little ball mechanism, and it's pinned to the shaft. Well, that's where the old one broke. It was right where the pin went through it. And I tried to weld it, but I don't know, some kind of cast, and it just wouldn't stay together. So I had to order a new one. But anyway, I kept monkeying with it, trying to pull that shaft out, and I didn't know it. There's a set screw right here, and it goes into the back of this little ball. Well, I finally monkeyed around with it till this completely broke off, and there's nothing to get a hold of anymore. This is sticking down inside of it. I can see the top of this, but I go digging around with a screwdriver and it falls on down inside the transmission there. So yeah, panic starts setting in, you know. It's getting late in the evening, and there I am in a soft spot over there. Well, I finally figured out and dug that little ball out, and I took the other end of that rod and knocked it into neutral. I don't know what was hanging up. Everything's free in there. But anyway, I got it started, got it in gear, and moved the trap and come on to the house. So I've been waiting on this new part, and it just goes right down inside of there. And then you screw that set screw in. Well, get the right screwdriver, little straight slot screwdriver, and it just goes inside that hole inside of this ball. Get it lined up. And I don't know, you know, everything's free. But that's your little pivot to put it in gear. Everything works now. And this little piece goes on top. Might have got it a little crooked there. Trying to keep any dirt out of there. And it's not a hard fix. I'll have to put this camera down to get that snap ring in there. That just sits down on top of that ball, and this little snap ring goes in here. It's got a cutout right here where you can get a screwdriver under it. But I got to set this down. I don't have a place to mount this, so you're probably not going to get to see that go on. But anybody that's ever put a snap ring on, you know, it's nothing to it. Yeah, that snap ring's a little stubborn, getting it in there. And these rubber boots slide over for this shaft, and it's got a big O-ring here. A big O-ring here that just goes around the bottom of that, and it keeps it from pulling up through that floor plate. Well, I had to move the camera out of the way, but I've got those on there, and there's just 4 bolts that hold this plate on there, and I got to do the other side, and then I got to put this other piece on right here. Oh, there we go. I don't know why that thing was so temperamental, but it, like I said, I bought this thing used, so there ain't no telling. You never know what you're going to get. But knock on wood, hopefully that'll last the rest of my life. You can see, standing here on the ground, you know, it's trying to reach across all this, you know, and it's already waist high. So it's it wasn't really fun to try to work on that over there in the pasture. See this brake pedal with the right and left brake, and you start the throttle pedal and everything, and the hydraulic joystick. It's just wasn't fun.